You open your eyes, and you don't know where you are. There is no ground beneath your feet, no wind brushing past your ears, no sun warming your face, just silence. A silence so absolute, you can hear your own heartbeat slowing down, one beat at a time, and then you see it. Just ahead of you, a few tens of thousands of kilometers away, floats a perfect circle of darkness. Not black, but absence. No reflection, no edges, no shadows, no color. A hole punched straight through the fabric of reality. You are looking at a black hole, not a diagram, not an animation. A real one, the kind of cosmic monster scientists understand only a fraction of even today. Around it, the stars begin to warp. Light bends as if invisible hands are twisting the universe like soft clay. Your body feels a force, gentle at first, then undeniable, pulling you forward. You don't hear anything. You don't feel anything, but you know you're falling towards something that does not obey the rules of physics, or the rules of anything you've ever known. The last thing you see before the true nightmare begins is the glow of distant starlight being dragged into a circular halo around the darkness, a burning ring of light surrounding a hole that swallows everything, including the meaning of time itself. You are not dead, not yet, but the journey has already begun. You're drifting forward now, whether you want to or not. The pull becomes stronger, not like gravity you know on Earth, but something deeper, as if space itself is sliding beneath you, carrying you toward the darkness. You've reached the edge of the event horizon, the last boundary, the final border between the universe, and a place where the rules simply stop working. If you were watching yourself from far away, you would see your body slowing down, then slowing more, until time around you stretches so much that you seem frozen in place. But from your point of view, nothing feels strange. Your heartbeat is steady. Your thoughts are clear. You don't feel the moment you cross it, because the event horizon isn't a wall. It's not a gate. It's simply a point in space where going back stops being an option. Everything behind you, every star, every memory, every version of home is still visible, but slightly distorted. As if someone painted the universe on a sheet of rubber and is now pulling the edges apart. Light stretches, colors fade, shapes smear into long, trembling lines. You're entering a region where space falls faster than anything can climb out, faster than light itself. And as you sink deeper, one terrifying thought finally forms in your mind. You are now inside a place where the future of the entire universe moves faster than you do, a place where time no longer belongs to you. As you move deeper past the event horizon, the universe around you begins to twist in ways your mind was never meant to witness. Light stops behaving like light. Instead of traveling in straight lines, it curves, loops, and spirals around you as if the black hole is pulling reality into a whirlpool. Distant stars stretch into glowing streaks, their shapes torn apart and rearranged like melted wax dripping through the sky. This is gravitational lensing, the bending of light by an unimaginable force. A force so powerful it doesn't just distort the appearance of the universe. It distorts the truth of it. And then something impossible happens, you see. The back of your own head, not because you turned around, but because light from behind you has been dragged all the way around the black hole. Looping through a curved path before landing in your eyes, you are looking at yourself from the wrong direction. Space is folding. Geometry is breaking. Everything you thought you understood is quietly unraveling. Colors shift into shades you've never seen. Blues deepen into something darker than midnight, while reds burn hotter, as though they're screaming their last breath before being swallowed whole. And through all of it, one realization hits you: you are no longer observing the universe. The universe is observing you, watching you stretch, distort, and slowly become part of the cosmic storm surrounding the black hole. Here, light has no rules, and soon, neither will you.
The deeper you fall, the stranger the universe becomes. It begins with something small, a flicker in the corner of your eye, a distant star, A pulse of light that seems too fast, then another, and another, until suddenly, everything around you is moving in a way that makes no sense. Galaxies twist, stars brighten and fade, colors shift like oil on water. You blink once, and the star you were just looking at has aged thousands of years. You blink again, and it explodes into a supernova. Time, at least the time out there, is no longer moving at the same speed as the time inside you. From the universe's point of view, you are slowing down. Your fall appears frozen, your body stretched across the edge of the black hole, like a smear of light. But from your perspective, the universe is accelerating. You are watching the cosmos press fast forward on its own existence. Stars burn out in moments. Nebulas collapse into new suns. In the time it takes you to take a single breath, entire galaxies drift apart. As the expansion of the universe speeds up around you, you are falling normally, but the universe is racing into its future. Somewhere inside your mind, you feel the weight of a realization few humans have ever approached. You are witnessing the future of the cosmos with your naked eyes, and you haven't even reached the center yet. As you fall past the point where time breaks, the universe outside fades into something distant, a memory you can see, but can no longer reach. Inside the black hole, you enter a place where the very structure of reality comes undone. Directions stop existing. Up means nothing. Down means nothing. Space doesn't stretch. It collapses, crumpling into shapes that defy every rule. Your brain has spent a lifetime learning. Lines curve into themselves. Distances shrink and expand without warning. Angles stop being angles. The geometry of the cosmos, the thing that defines every object, every surface, every movement, begins to fail. What you're experiencing is the breakdown of space-time curvature. Gravity here is no longer a force. It's the shape of reality itself, twisting violently around you. Your mind tries to interpret what it sees. Paths that loop back on themselves. Light that travels in circles. Shadows that appear where no objects exist. Nothing feels solid anymore. Not even your sense of self. Your body is still falling. But falling doesn't feel like motion now. It feels like being stretched across a landscape that is shrinking faster than you can move through it. Inside this region, the laws of physics don't just bend. They give up. Equations break. Concepts dissolve. Even time begins to behave like a direction you can move toward or away from. And somewhere deep within, past your fear, past your confusion, you realize something chilling. You're not falling through space anymore. You're falling with space, being carried downward, as reality itself folds inward, toward whatever waits at the center. You are entering the realm of the singularity. As you descend toward the heart of the black hole, you approach a place where theories compete, where physics becomes speculation, and where your fate splits into possibilities no human has ever witnessed. Scientists believe there are 3 potential outcomes for anything or anyone who falls this deep. Fate 1, spaghettification, the classical death. In this scenario, the tidal forces grow so extreme that your body stretches faster than atoms can hold together. Your legs accelerate away from your head. Your spine elongates, and your cells split apart. In a long, thin thread of matter, you become a filament, a literal strand of particles, falling endlessly toward the center. It's the simplest theory, and the most brutal. Fate 2, the wormhole, a bridge to another universe. Some equations suggest that deep inside a black hole, space-time might fold into a tunnel, an Einstein-Rosen bridge, a wormhole. You wouldn't be destroyed. You would be transported. To where? No one knows. Another part of this universe? Another universe entirely? A place where the rules of physics have their own rules? If true, a black hole isn't a tomb. It's a doorway. Fate 3, eternal suspension, becoming information. Stephen Hawking proposed that black holes do not destroy information. If so, your physical body may die, but what you are, the pattern of your atoms, the structure of your mind, the data that makes you you, might be preserved, not alive, not dead, but stored on the event horizon as quantum information, a frozen imprint, waiting for the universe to decide what to do with you. 3 fates, 3 endings, each wildly different, each equally impossible to confirm. And as you continue falling, you realize you could be living any one of them right now. As you fall deeper, an idea begins to rise from the edge of scientific imagination, one that challenges everything we think we know about death, existence, and what it means to disappear. It begins with a question Stephen Hawking once asked: do black holes destroy information? For decades, physicists believed the answer was yes. Anything falling into a black hole, a planet, a star, a human being, was erased completely, its information scattered into nothingness. But Hawking changed his mind. He proposed that black holes don't truly erase information. They scramble it, stretch it, flatten it against the event horizon, in microscopic patterns of quantum data. If this is true, something extraordinary follows. You are not lost. You are transformed. Your physical body cannot survive the fall. Your atoms tear apart. Your molecules dissolve. Your DNA unravels into chaos. But the information that defines you, the arrangement of particles, the memory of your existence, the blueprint of your consciousness, might remain encoded as ripples of quantum energy on the surface of the black hole, a cosmic signature, a hologram of everything you once were. Not alive, not aware, but not gone. And then comes the strangest part. Over trillions of years, as the black hole releases Hawking radiation and slowly evaporates, your information might leak back into the universe, scrambled, unrecognizable. But there, a whisper of what once fell inside. The paradox isn't just scientific, it's personal. Inside this darkness, you begin to understand. A black hole may destroy your body, but it may never truly erase your story. As the darkness around you deepens, your fear begins to fade, not because the danger is gone, but because the scale of what you're witnessing is too vast for fear to survive. For the first time since your fall began, you feel small, not weak, not insignificant, just small, in the way a single wave is small, compared to an entire ocean. You realize something profound. The universe was never designed with you in mind. Not humans, not life, not consciousness. And yet, here you are, a fragile arrangement of atoms, watching the cosmos race through its future. As you drift toward the unknown, all your worries, your regrets, your triumphs, your memories, they shrink into tiny sparks. Against the backdrop of collapsing space-time, you begin to wonder, what does you even mean? In a place where time folds like paper, and space twists like smoke, here, identity feels less like a solid thing, and more like a story your brain tells itself, to understand its place in the world. But in the presence of a black hole, that story feels impossibly small. And strangely, that brings a quiet comfort, because as you drift closer to the singularity, you sense a truth that philosophers and scientists alike have chased for centuries. Everything in the universe is temporary. Stars die, galaxies fade, even black holes evaporate in time. But for this brief moment, you are witnessing the ultimate mystery, the threshold between existence and oblivion. And in that realization, there is a strange, unexpected peace. As the pull intensifies, the world around you collapses into something unrecognizable, a storm of warped space, twisted light, and the trembling echoes of a universe rushing toward its end. You expect darkness, silence, nothingness, but then, you see something impossible, a light, faint at first, like the glow of a candle flickering on the edge of sight, then brighter, steadier, a single point shining in the middle of the absolute void. It shouldn't be there. Nothing should shine inside a black hole. And yet, It does. Is it a star? A reflection? A memory? A fragment of the universe folding back on itself? Or is it something else? A place where all falling paths converge? A final destination waiting for whatever survives the journey inward? As you drift closer, your thoughts begin to blur, not from pain, but from a strange calm washing through your mind, as if the universe is whispering that this moment, this fall, is not an ending. It is a transition. Your body stretches, your senses dissolve, but your awareness sharpens into a single question. What lies beyond the singularity? A new universe? A new version of you? A rebirth of space and time? Or something the human mind was never meant to understand? The light grows brighter, and just before everything finally fades, before the last piece of you crosses the final threshold, you realize this is not the end of your story. It's the beginning of a new one, a story waiting on the other side of the darkness.